It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, a Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm all right. Coming up on the show, I'm going to eat something. We've got a top 15 list. Other things. But before we do any of that, now is the time, before we do anything else, that I like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into the chat for this live stream. So let's do that. Here we go. To the comments. There we are. Oh, okay. Back on top. The gold to Paul Eichenlaub. Congratulations. The silver to It's Joey's World. And our bronze medal goes to Mr. Fulton Mraz. Speaking part and singing in the rain. Policeman. Dang, that's good stuff. USA! All right. Congrats. That's exciting. Let's see. Our gold medal winning chat submission was at 5:20 a.m., followed by the 8:26 a.m., and then Mr. Fulton Mraz at 10:33 a.m. I do appreciate you guys getting up early or checking in and trying to see if you can get the gold. I think that's so fun. Mark Langenkamp at 5:38. Was that today, or is that... Did I do this yesterday or the day before? I don't even remember. I think I did it yesterday. Okay. And Jamie's on vacation, so that's why there was an opening on the medal stand. No, I don't know. Mary Ellen, happy Tuesday to you. Mary Ellen has a wonderful show on Wednesdays. So much fun. Check that out. It's a lot of fun games. You get to use your brain. Francisco, that's fun to say hello to you. All right, let's see. Noah, hello. There's Noah. And Michelle, hello to you. Oh, and thank you. Yeah, my top 15 list. A bit more about that later. Mar Memphis, always a pleasure. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And it's Joey's World's back at 7 o'clock. I think we're in. I think we're here. Timothy Rainwaters, hello to you. Hello, Timmy. How about that? And, there's Mara again. Yes. Marian. Scrolling. Here we go. There's Gloria. Hello, Gloria. Good evening. And Sherry. Hello, Sherry. And Kate Wilby. Hello to you. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Scrolling. Anthony Simone, hello. Go Knowles. I know. Florida won their opener. More on football in a bit. Mike and/or Mandy, hello to you. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. And scrolling. I think I'm caught up. Thanks for being here, everybody. And I hope you had a great Labor Day. I took that to heart, and I was busy working yesterday. I wasn't at work. I was working around the house. I was changing an old Delta tub faucet cartridge thing. Not easy to remove. The old one, not easy. As a matter of fact, I forgot to wear gloves at first, and I've got the pliers trying to pull out the old cartridge, and I got an old blister here. I've got a bandage on it right now, but when's the last time I had a blister like that? I'm usually smarter about those things, but finally got it changed, and it's like new, and it better be because it's new. So, all right. So that was that, and what I was hoping would take about a half an hour took me 4.5 hours. I did go to Ace Hardware because it's the closest hardware store to us, and when they didn't have what I needed, I went to Lowe's, which is 20 more minutes away, and yeah, so there was some travel time in there. What are you gonna do? All right, let's see. Thanks for spending a bit of your Tuesday with us among friends. What's going on? I guess I can get into sports. Football season has begun. Let's do this really quick because I know most of you don't care. Nope. Hang on. I screwed something up, so I gotta hide things for a second. There we go. Okay. Now we're back. Oh, okay. So, all right. So the University of Michigan had their home opener, their opener, against New Mexico, and with freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood, their number 19. Freshman named the starter this year, did pretty good. Michigan had no offense last year, so it was good to see them score 34 points in a game. They beat New Mexico, who gave them a tougher fight than I was expecting. And but 34-17 in the Big House. And then we had Florida State University, who did not have a good season. 2 wins last year. And they were hosting number 8 Alabama, and wouldn't you know it, they won. It was awesome. So much fun. And the fans there at Doak Campbell Stadium were so excited, they stormed the field afterwards. It's the first game of the season. But everybody loves to beat Alabama. 31-17. They have a brand new quarterback, Tommy Castellanos. They pronounce it Castellanos, but it looks like Castellanos with the double L pronounced like a Y. But they were saying it like it's an L, and they were saying it right in front of him. I don't know if he would correct them, on national TV like that. But he was a transfer from Boston College, and he electrified the Florida State crowd, and it was. I watched it here on television. The boy who is up in Tallahassee could not get tickets for the game. He tried. It's sort of like a lottery for students, and it was a hot ticket. Literally, not literally, figuratively. Anyway. So football has begun, and next weekend, NFL football begins. Oh, Mar says Chris and Steve were talking about the Florida State win. I didn't think Steve liked Florida State, so I don't know if he was happy or sad. Probably, I don't know. But I remember when we announced that my son was going to Florida State. I think he was here watching the live stream at the time, and he was like, "Oh no, don't say it in the chat." But literally now also means figuratively. Mark, you couldn't be more right. There is no difference between those. As a matter of fact, nobody says figuratively ever. It's always literally. Steve was just conversing with Chris. Chris was happy about it. Oh, I knew I liked Chris. Go Big Blue. Well, go Honolulu Blue next weekend. That's where we are. Have I abandoned the Detroit Tigers? I have not, so let's see what's going on. I'll call up the American League Central standings. Tigers still a commanding lead in the division. Now, last week when I showed you the standings, the Tigers' last 10, I think they were 7-3, whatever, hit a bit of a skid. They were swept by the Athletics in California, Sacramento. Is that where they're playing? I can't even remember. But they were all 10:30 games, so I didn't watch any of them, thankfully. But then they took 2 of 3 from the Kansas City Royals, a division rival, and that helped. So now, and then the Tigers hosted the New York Mets last night, and again tonight, but they lost 10-8 yesterday. So they have a 1-game losing streak. That's the rightmost column. And they have a 9-game lead over the second-place Kansas City Royals. Comfortable. And I know. Swept by the nameless Athletics. I'm so glad I didn't see it. Oh, well. Oh, what are you going to do? I guess I can put that back. So Tigers probably a 6:40 start tonight. They're in Detroit. If you'll just indulge me, this isn't so much for you. It's just for me. They've started already, and the Tigers are up 2-1 in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, man on first. All right. Well, great. They're off to a pretty good start. Debbie Thuner, welcome in. And then wasn't Arnie telling us they will be in Sacramento again next year? And then Vegas after that? I'm sorry. That's a drag. I don't blame you. I seldom watch the A's also. All right, where are we? Okay, we did all that. Let's get to a snack. It is autumn at Aldi. Now, last week I tried some what I thought was street corn flavored popcorn. Yes, corn flavored corn. Turns out I read the bag wrong. I grabbed it in such a hurry I didn't even read it closely. It was sweet corn, not street corn. So it was more of a kettle corn with some saltiness. Well, a lot of saltiness. It was sweet and really salty. I have more popcorn this week. They had another one on the holiday seasonal shelf there. And I did read this one. It's right here. This is drizzled pumpkin spice kettle corn, and I probably have had this before. I've probably had it on the show before, but I felt like I needed to redeem myself concerning popcorn. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Yeah, I think I've had this. You can see the drizzle on there. Oh, and there's my blister. Sorry. Shouldn't have shown. Okay, now I think I've mentioned anytime I try anything pumpkin spice, it's pretty good. And that goes for just about everything. I even had pumpkin spice beer before I stopped drinking beer, and that was pretty good, surprisingly good. And this, while not my favorite, is good. Of course it's good, but way too sweet. Way too sweet for me. I like my popcorn more savory than sweet. Kettle corn's not my popcorn of choice. But this is delicious, of course it is. It's just way too sweet. That drizzle, that orange pumpkin drizzle, and I know that's just food coloring. But so it's a very sweet pumpkin spice. Do I need to purchase this ever again? No. But I probably will because I'll forget that I've had it already until the live stream in which I say, you know what, I think I've had this twice before. Okay, I was trying to redeem myself. Let's just say I did. All right. What's next? Let's do an intermission. We'll take a break right now, and when we come back, we'll play our game. Does that sound all right? Okay, see you in a little bit.
It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on.
If you are wondering where my coffee is, I do not have coffee this week. That's why things seem a little off. That among other things, but yes, let's play our game. Okay, we're playing Chrono Photo. This is a game in which we will be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year these pictures were taken. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. Correct answer will get us 1,000 points. So with 5 pictures, perfect game will be 5,000 points. We've done it a couple times before. We're looking to do it again using only our wits and no other electronic aid. Whatever. Let's see. I had it. I had it ready. Well, it's gone. There it is. Something's off. It's me. Okay. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to the year 2024. Here is our first picture. And black and white. Immediately, I'm thinking sometime in the 1970s. Let me zoom in. Let me just first say, this looks like one of those, back when there were phone booths, and they used to stuff people into phone booths. They used to have contests. How many, I'm assuming, college kids can you fit into a phone booth? And I think that's what's going on right now. I think that's what this picture is. So let me zoom in. And okay, so I guess clothing will be our big clue for this picture. I think they're near a gas station, maybe, and this dude's smoking. What's wrong with you? Okay, all right. Nice sweater vest. Corduroys? Maybe I don't know. I see some Chucks. Couple people wearing those. At least 3, maybe 4. This mesh football jersey with the number 76 on there. Now, 76, that was a big year in the 70s. But weren't they all? Let's go back to the... maybe that dude's not smoking at all. Maybe this isn't a gas station at all. Who am I kidding? That guy's probably smoking. I feel bad for... You can see the bottom part of somebody's face right there. Doesn't look happy. I assume it's hard to breathe. This is before COVID. Yeah. College kids do stupid things. Now, again, they don't do this anymore because there are no more phone booths. But you know darn well if there were still phone booths, they'd be doing it still. And they would find new ways. Like the Purdue engineering squad would determine the best way to cram 800 5'3" students into a phone booth. I don't know. Okay. I see flared pant legs, windbreaker. You know what? Maybe this is on the cusp of the 80s. I'll say 1979, and I don't know. Wait, Kay Wilby with the super chat, $19.99 to help buy coffee or exotic chocolate. Well, thank you, Kay Wilby. You are the nicest person in the chat today. I'm kidding. Thank you so much. That is wonderful and very kind. And I'm so glad I saw that and didn't miss that. Thank you so much. Okay, to the chat for your guesses. Oh, Mandy or Mike says they did this in the 90s. Okay. Kay Wilby says 1977. We're right there together, pretty much. We have a 75, 72, 73, 77, 75. Ooh, a couple of 75s. 73, 74, 78, 76. We're all in the 70s here. Mar says, no coffee, getting caffeine from Pepsi. I don't even have that right now. Wait, did Jim redeem himself? I went far back, sorry. Kinda? All right. God, we're all over. A lot of you said earlier 75. You know what? 76? Let's go 77. Did Kay Wilby purchase this guess? Who's to say? Survey says. 1974. Who said that? Mary Ellen said it. Good guessing. Holy moly. I don't know if anybody else did. I don't recall, but, well, good guessing. Not bad. 777 points. Let's go to picture number 2. Okay. This should be relatively easy. We may have had this before. We're looking at a movie marquee for cinema. Star Wars, Saturday Night Fever, a Charlie Brown movie, and the Bad News Bears. Is this 1977? Because that's when Star Wars came out. And I think Saturday Night Live. No, sorry. Saturday Night Fever. Did I say Saturday Night Live before? Saturday Night Fever came out in 77, I think. And I'm looking at the chat. Mark says 77, Noah 77, Debbie 77, PTV 77, Marielle. You get the picture. I think I'm just going to go 1977 here, and we can move on. And I'll press this button, and yes. 1,777 points. Picture 3. Good luck, gang. Okay. It's rainy. There's somebody with a poncho. And an old car. Now, I doubt this is anywhere in the United States. I'm going to wager everything on that. So that's not an American automobile. It does look like it's from the 40s or 50s, to me, what little I know. And I'm trying to see what city might be located on this streetcar, number 7. I can't tell. And maybe that's not a city at all. It must be an area of a city. Streetcars don't go from city to city. They stay within the city, don't they? It kind of looks like the second half of the word is C-A-R-D-E-S. But maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Let's go back to the car. And the license plate, maybe... I don't know what the first digit is, but it looks like there's a 23255. Is this 1955? I don't know. Probably not. But that'll be my guess. Wait, they're all number 7. What's going on here? I don't get it. What's this business? I can't make that out either. I can't make out anything in this picture. Look at the crazy pattern when I zoom in. There's some texture in this photograph. All right, I'm going to leave that there and turn to the chat. Okay. Mary Ellen, who did get the previous picture correct, says 1942. We have a 69. This reminds me of Eastern Europe. Yes. Agreed. Let's see. 48. Noah typed in what I thought the license plate says. 32355. Is that what that's what it could be. We have a 61, 68, 49, 65, 50. We've got plastics. That raincoat, it did look plastic. That's a good call. What if it's not plastic, though? What if it's just like a light lavender? I don't know. It does look plastic. It looks like somebody walking in a Disney park with a freshly purchased Disney rain poncho. But it doesn't look see-through. It is opaque, which kind of leads me to believe this is not plastic. But maybe it is. It certainly kind of, at first glance, does look like that, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm basing my guess off the automobile and what I think is a 55 on the license plate, and maybe it's 1955. But I don't know. Let's see. What do we do? There's guesses everywhere, from the early 40s to the late 60s. So 55's kind of right in the middle. Gloria says 1950. Let's do that. I like it. Survey says, ooh, 62? Maybe it was plastics. We had a 65, 69. Debbie said 62. Dang, Debbie. Good job. We have 2019 points. Picture number 4. All right. Here's a cowboy fueling up his horse. His steel horse. No, that would be a motorcycle. All right, a couple of older automobiles here. And a license plate. I'm just going to zoom in on that for a sec. New Mexico. Hey, you know who just beat New Mexico? Okay. The license plate. While I can't see a date, I mean, we can certainly make out the plate number, 64425. Where are we? We're right outside Craig and Keel's General Merchandise. Gas is 14 cents a gallon with 6 cents tax. And I'm glad they did the math for us because I got lost. Which comes out to 20 cents a gallon. Now, this car in the foreground here seems a lot less old than the car in the background. That kind of looks like a young John McCain. It's just, no. Now, there's a giant 64 on here. This does not look like it's 1964. But it could be. Is this one of those crazy tourist ghost towns or something? Are we being tricked? Oh, it's Pie Town. How did I not see that right away? But gas is 20 cents a gallon. And not having fueled a car in 1964 myself, I don't know if 20 cents a gallon is, if that tracks. I see another person back there. Every other automobile is old, but again, and maybe I'm thinking too deeply on this. Is this one of those touristy places, and they make it look older than it is? I'm turning to the chat. I don't know. If I'm just basing this on the most recent automobile in the picture, and again, I don't know much about cars. Sometime in the 30s, mid-30s, 35, that's my guess. I don't know. Okay. And I think Mary Ellen has her first guess. 1942. Noah says 69. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the previous picture. Sorry. Pie Town, New Mexico. We have a 1929. Is that our first guess, Mark? Thank you. No pavement. Good call. 27, 40. Can't be 64. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. 38, 40, 31, 35, 48. Hello, Jason. I didn't see you till just now. 1934. 1930. Mark says, I remember a gas station for municipal vehicles with 22 cents a gallon. What year was that? Michelle says 37. Let's go 1940. Debbie said 40. Here we go. Survey says, hey! Debbie, on fire. That brought us up over 3,000. We have one picture left. Let's get over 4,000, shall we? And best of luck with that. I think this is a fun game of Simon Says. All right. Okay. Oop. Sorry. I see piles and piles of helmets back there. There's a soldier with a gun and a bunch of guys with their hands up that don't look like soldiers. They're all wearing a card of some sort. None of them look pleased. I mean, wartime. Am I zoomed out all the way? Yeah. All right. 1939 is my guess. World War II. Okay. Where do we pick this up? Is this... Does Mark have our first guess? 43? Sherry says 43. Another 43. 42. 39. 47. Another 43. Hang in there. America's on the way. 1941. 1940. A lot of 43s. I think I should just go with that. 1943. It's here. Survey says. And it is 1943. We did break 4,000. 4,019 to be exact. Congrats, everybody. I always have fun playing this game with you guys, even when there's a horrible picture like that. Okay, thanks for helping. Thanks for playing. Thanks for only using your wits. Some of you. All right, let's take a coming attraction. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list about my top 15 lists. So I'll try to make it quick. Here we go. I'll see you in about a minute and a half.
Hi, theater owners. There's a picture coming out directed by Carl Reiner, starring myself, Steve Martin. It's called The Jerk. And I just want to let you know, we're going to hype the hell out of this thing. It's going to be a real moneymaker for all of us if we cooperate. Picture's got everything they want. It's got the chase scene. It's got the karate fight. It's got the blue language they love so much. We intentionally stuck in a boring part in the middle, just for you theater owners. About an hour into the picture, they're going to be out buying your popcorn in droves. They're going to be lined up. You may even have to take on extra help just to handle all the business. You're welcome. Reviews? Don't worry about it. We got 100 great reviews coming all across the nation. We took care of it, okay? Cashola. We made a preview of coming attractions. We took the best stuff from the picture, stuck it all on one reel. They're going to think this picture's loaded. Publicity? Don't worry about publicity. I got that covered. I'm going to do a publicity stunt the day before the picture opens. Can't tell you what it is. Well, I'll give you a little bit. You heard the expression, let it all hang out? Well, at noon, the middle of Fifth Avenue.
Hey! Hey, who put this reel on? This reel is for theater owners. Put the other reel on!
Hanging out.
Today marks my 250th top 15 list. And what I've done today to help celebrate is I've made a top 15 list of my milestone top 15 list. A bunch of firsts here. So I'm going to go through this. Got a screenshot of myself giving these lists, a little tidbit about each one, and then hopefully you'll find this interesting. A piece of that popcorn fell on my console here, and it was warm in that pumpkin spice drizzle melted. I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay. But if things start to not work, it's because there's pumpkin spice drizzle in my stuff. Okay. Here we go. At number 15 is my first list ever. There I am. It happened on March 17th, 2020. Yes, St. Patrick's Day. My top 15 list was top 15 green Disney characters. Some that just wore green and others that were actually green. For example, Robin Hood. He only wore green. He wasn't really green. Mike Wazowski, totally green. So that was it. 2020. So this is March 17th, 2020. COVID just beginning. Everybody's staying home. That was the birth of the top 15 list for me. All right. Moving on. Number 14. This, as you know, I have a live stream that I've themed after a drive-in movie theater. That's my theme here. So this list from May 12th, 2020 is the first top 15 list I did about movies. It happened to be about Disney movies I haven't seen. We were celebrating the release of Disney Plus at the time. So all of these Disney movies were available to us that weren't easily available to us before it. Not all in one place like this. For example, there were a bunch of movies I ended up seeing after this. Like number 15 on this list happened to be Dumbo. I have since seen Dumbo. But another movie on here I still have yet to see, Old Yeller. Have not seen Old Yeller. Let's go to number 13, because that's next. Number 13 happened on April 14th, 2020. This was only the fifth ever top 15 list for me. And this was my first non-Disney list. These were numbers that I misspelled on the screen there. Top 15 numbers between 1 and 15. So I was having a bit of fun with this. And this was absolutely inspired by David Letterman's top 10 lists. I'm pretty sure he probably did a exact same list. His top 10. I just did 5 more. But yes, so this, of course, was inspired by all of that. And number 1 on that list, 3. All right, moving on. Number 12, here we go. Number 12, the list from June 23rd, 2020. So far, we're only 3 months in. So a lot of firsts at the beginning, of course. June 23rd, 2020, top 15 Schoolhouse Rock songs. This celebrates the first time I took one of my lists from my live stream and I made a TikTok out of it. And to this day, while I'm not as active on TikTok as I used to be, I still get people that watch and like and comment this particular TikTok of mine. And why do they love this so much? Because it's not my content. It's Disney's content now. When I made this list, again, celebrating Disney Plus, Schoolhouse Rock, all of that stuff is on Disney Plus. So that's what inspired me to do that. I also had a DVD of the collection. So, yeah. Still getting. That was my first time I took something from my live stream and put it on TikTok like that. All right. Number 11. Okay, so this is from October 20th, 2020. We're still in 2020. This is the first Halloween list, and it's not mine. It says Jim's top 15 black and white horror movies. This was not my list. I borrowed this list from Screen Rant, and but I did come up with the images and all of that stuff. Number 1 on their list, Psycho. Okay. Moving on. Number 10 on my list of my own top 15 lists. These are milestone lists, so they all have a particular meaning. We just did the first Halloween list. Time to do the first Christmas list, which took place December 1st, 2020. These were my top 15, not really Christmas songs. These were Christmas songs that don't actually mention Christmas at all. Number 1 on this list, Johnny Mathis's Sleigh Ride. Yes, okay. But a bunch of, like Jingle Bells, has no mention of Christmas. Marshmallow World, no mention of Christmas. All right. Sticking with firsts, we are at number 9. Okay. Oh, I made a note to myself. I got the date wrong on this. The actual date of this one is February 16th, 2021. All right, we're moving on. I do a show every year on Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras Tuesday. It's an annual thing on my show. My live streams on Tuesday. That's on Tuesday. It just made sense. This was my first top 15 list about Fat Tuesday or something about Mardi Gras or something like that. Hey, look, the boy's with me. This was 4 years ago. Look how young he looks. He was still in high school there. Look at all our beads. Yeah. First Fat Tuesday list from February 16th, 2021. All right, moving on. Okay, the boy was in that one. I don't know if that was the first one he ever joined me for. Maybe it was. Turn the page, Jim. Number 8 on our list. Oh, one of my favorite shows. I didn't do it very well. I could have tightened it up a lot. From October 12th, 2021, these were my top 15 Reese's candies, and it was actually not 15, it was 27. But to join me with this was the boy, and the first time my wife joined us, and there she is wearing magic bands. As she looks like a space-aged hippie, but we were enjoying all the 27 different varieties of Reese's candies, and it was delicious, and I'll never forget it. That was the first time Mrs. Sunshine joined us, and so far the last time. She's never been on again. Occasionally, you'll see her hand me some coffee or something. That was number 8. So it was. Okay. Number 7 on the list of my top 15 lists from January 4th, 2022. This was Jim's top 15 Disney-themed TikToks, and this marks the first time I showed TikToks as part of my top 15 list. And I've done that a number of times since, and I was trying to get some synergy with my TikTok and my YouTube, but what was I thinking? These weren't my TikToks. These were other people's TikToks, but TikToks nonetheless. So, I borrowed other people's TikToks to show, but I gave them credit. I remember that shirt. I don't have that any longer. Number 6 on the list. Okay, every year, starting in 2022, 2022 is the year that our son graduated high school and made a decision about what college he wanted to go to. And so he was applying to colleges and he made his choice. But that got me to watching students on YouTube and TikTok. And I had no idea up until then that students recorded themselves and made videos of themselves reacting to their college decision emails, and they'd go to the portals and whatnot to see if they were accepted to the colleges that they applied to. So, and I was enjoying watching those videos a great deal. So I made a top 15 list that year, back in 2022, of the top 15 college decision reactions that I had seen. Now, each one was from a student getting a reaction from a different school's notification. But I have since done this every year. So I did it again in 2023, 24. This year, I'll do it again next year. It's just been a lot of fun. It's so fun watching these kids do that. And it's been an annual part of the More Sunshine Please Tuesday evening live stream. That was number 6. At number 5, where am I? At number 5 is this list, Jim's top 15 lists. I was celebrating my 100th top 15 list back on June 14th, 2022. This marks the first time I made a top 15 list out of my top 15 lists. All right, number 4. Moving on. Here we go. Ooh, we're up to 2023 now. January 3rd, 2023. Again, not my list. Occasionally I get lists from elsewhere. This was from thetastingtable.com, and this was top 15 coffee brands ranked from worst to best. Again, not my list. I borrowed it. But this marks the first time on my show I had a top 15 list about coffee. And I honestly haven't done that much. Coffee being such a big part of my show, you think I'd do it more often, but, well, you know, at the beginning it was all Disney, but I quickly realized I can't just do this about Disney. I gotta spread out. I gotta expand my horizons with my top 15 list. And I think coffee might be an untapped. Anyway, let's go to number 3. From March 28th, 2023, similar but different. This was Jim's top 15 college acceptance reactions from the next year, and this marks the first time I had a sequel. This was the first time I repeated an idea for a top 15 list. You saw previously, I did the top 15 college acceptance reactions, because all this decisions I showed were kids being accepted, not rejected at all. But so this marks the first time that I had. This marks the first time that I had repeated something. So I thought that was notable because I've gone on to, for example, do phishing texts. I've done that a couple of times, and other things. All right, let's move on. Number 2 is here we go. Number 2 from June 6, 2023. Jim's top 15 AI altered photographs. This marks the first time I used AI as part of the top 15 list. And here I'm showing photographs that I changed using a phone app or Photoshop's generative fill or some other AI-enabled tool to change a photograph. For example, I'll show you one of the things that was on the list. Back in 2019, I took a picture with the boys at Pepper Tree Villa when I was out there in Anaheim, and we took a picture in front of the castle at Disneyland. Well, I used AI to change that castle into a completely different castle. So that's just one of the things I did on that list, and there were other things. So that was AI. We are now down to number 1. What is number 1 on the list of top 15 milestones? It's this one, today's. It is the first time I have done a top 15 list, having done 249 previous lists. That was lame, but I needed one more. It's the 250th top 15 list. Thank you so much, everybody. 7:56. I'm going to cut it right now. 7:57. So you've got a couple of minutes before your 8 o'clock obligations to go to the restroom, go get some popcorn or hot chocolate or whatever. It's up to you. Thank you so much for being here. Kay Wilby, thank you for the super chat. That was incredibly nice. I see the nerd herders in here. Welcome in, Charlie, Stacy, and Fam. And anybody else I missed that's in the chat. I get to doing this. It's a one-man show, and I'm focusing on one thing, and I miss other things, so I apologize. But I'll be back next week with my 251st top 15 list. Until then, I will see you around the YouTube live stream chats. Good night.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.